has restated its commitment to enforcing physical planning laws within its territory, including the Trade Fair Market Complex at Ojo. The State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, said this in a statement by Mukaila Sanusi, Director of Public Affairs of the Ministry, on Friday in Lagos. It said that although the Trade Fair Complex was situated on the federal government land, developers there must obtain planning permits from the state government and comply with its physical planning laws. And it further also added that we have acted to stop the development of unapproved and unsafe buildings in the complex. Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Matters of Super FM 92.7. I'm still your host, the real estate doctor, and I've got my host with the most, King Gray.
Good morning. Good morning.
How have you been, King Gray?
It's been a while.
So let me report myself for being MIA, missing in action in the past 2 episodes.
I mean, but you did call us a few times from all the different parts of the world that you were in.
I was just trying to look for my urgent 2K around the country. There are bills to be paid, man. I swear, I'm never going to lie. But it feels good to be back in the studio, and I feel really excited. So today on the show, we're going to be looking at some very important conversations that have happened in the real estate sector in Lagos, particularly in the past 1 week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's the incessant demolitions around of buildings around real estate. I can say clearly that in the past 1 week or 2 weeks, the most recent one right now was the car lot belonging to the popular influencer Ola of Lagos that was demolished around the Lekki corridor. There was a very trendy conversation of a demolition that happened at Trade Fair Market in Ojo. That was last week.
Yeah.
There was also a very trending demolition that happened at Festac, I think earlier in the week, this week. And there was also a trending demolition that happened at Oral View Estate in some parts of Lekki. So I can say that, it just suffices to say that this is the period of demolition. It's just trending. And for me, there's a lot of, it's causing a lot of buzz. People are even making it some tribal cases. A lot of people are even thinking, is it really about the Igbos or the Yorubas? But the government is saying this is not about being Igbo or Yoruba. We're just about to, trying to ensure that people do the right thing. So somebody was asking me yesterday on an interview that I had virtually on a certain radio station that some people feel that the one that happened at Festac was a deliberate attack on the Igbos because Festac is is an area that is highly populated with Igbo people. And I asked the person, how about the one that happened at Yanoworo, that is highly populated with Yorubas? So it's not really about whether you are Igbo or Yoruba. The government is just trying to, up their ante sort of and do the right thing now. The fact that the government has looked away in times past does not mean that they will not do the needful. And that's why the crux around the story of the demolition that happened at Festac was that land is a federal land. So the people that built on that land felt that there was no need to get Lagos State permits. And that was why they all built without consulting Lagos State government. And Lagos State government is saying, no, it's a federal land, we understand. But this land is situated in Lagos, and there's the governor in this Lagos State, and there are processes that you must follow before you build. And that's how we saw all the demolitions that happened last. It was a very, very sad scenario, to be very honest. I saw the videos. Those complexes were multi-millionaire complexes. I go to Trade Fair Market regularly, and I know that those guys that working there are not joking. You see them building one complex or one gigantic complex every other time. So I think that I'd like to bring our audience into the conversation to join us on this conversation, whether you are affected or not. Just tell us what you think about the ongoing mass demolition of properties that do not have certain building permits or that has violated certain building codes. Tell us what you think about it. Tell us if you think Lagos State is going through this process the right way. And tell us if you think that Lagos State government is at fault. And tell us if you think that the people, the developers, are the ones at fault. The number to call is 07056 900 I'll take that one more time, 07056 900 You can also call us on 080 2502 7711. I'll take that one more time, 080 2502 7711. That's the number to call. And I would say that all our lucky callers on the show today will get a 5,000 naira voucher if they're able to make it through to call into the studio. I'd like us to go on this very quick break, and when we come back, we'll dive straight into the conversation for the one that surrounded the one that belongs to Ola of Lagos, and we'll also talk about the one in Festac. Stay tuned.
And the news, real estate news headlines. Sanwo-Olu unveils 420 housing units in Badagry. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu unveiled a newly completed 420 housing units.
420, that's a lot.
Yes, it is.
Where please?
At Ajara Badagry on Wednesday, October 8th. The development is expected to further increase the stock of model housing units and cater for accommodation needs of over 2,000 individuals.
Sorry, I think I'd like to make a comment on that quickly before you go ahead. So I think this is a very good development.
Yes.
Knowing that we have a huge housing deficit. So
and
I think
the government is going to be investing in that. It also reflects that there's also a consideration of people within that area as well.
Yes. So I think generally the crux of that is just to reduce our housing deficit and also to make Lagos more habitable, because a lot of people are living in very terrible accommodations, to be very honest. Even some people that stay in the so-called Lekki, where they stay is not
conducive.
I've been to some parts of Lekki
here.
If you go to Ikota resettlement scheme, somewhere just after Mega Chicken at the second toll gate, you'll be asking yourself, am I still in Lekki?
And you see some
if
of
you
those
go to Ikedo,
so
let's take this call. Yes, good morning, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, real estate doctor. Good morning, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm guessing this is Maureen.
Antonia from
Antonia from Ojo.
That voice sounds very familiar.
Talking about my area this morning.
That's Ojo, right?
Yes, Ojo.
So I'm sure you witnessed the massive demolition that happened at Trade Fair Market last week.
Some of my people that are making their sales there are talking about it, but they shouldn't complain, because before you build something on a land, you make findings.
True.
To make proper findings before you place even a block.
Even to purchase a property, you should
people just think that once you have money, once you have the money, you don't have to do any findings.
In fact, the importance of due diligence.
I saw a certain man this morning on an interview on a TV station, and the man was saying that his building has building approval from federal government, that they did not see a need to go and get Lagos State approval. And I'm like, that's not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse in the law. You have to ask all the questions that you need.
I don't even know why people term it tribal. When they demolish, they will say it is for Igbos or Yorubas.
I don't know why, and I think that's not really helping us, to be very honest. We are one people, whether we are Igbo, whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa, we are all Nigerians.
Ignorant.
Yes.
They act ignorant. I'm saying it with my future.
Yes. I agree with you.
Some of our people act ignorant. They think they can just do anything anyhow because the money is there. No, now.
And again, Antonia, I think one of the comments this certain man also made, one of the affected persons in Trade Fair Market also made, was that there was no notice to them from the Lagos State government, that they just came and they started demolishing, that there was no single notice given to them.
I did not believe him.
Yeah, so
I think there was notice.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is somebody that was the victim.
So touch the building.
Yes, they have to file.
Maybe 2 years or 3 years before they come. They will even give you
that is what should happen.
Yes.
In a sane scenario, but this man is affected and is saying it on the national TV that there was no notice. That he did
not get any notice.
That it was just that money. Wow. It was just that money. They came with talks and everything. So, I mean, so it's really unclear. It's really unclear. Thank you so much, Antonia. Thank you so much. Just continue to listen.
Okay.
Let's take this other call. Yes, morning, please. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. My name is Taye from Shomolu.
Hello, Taye from Shomolu.
Yes, thank you for calling. So, how do you want to contribute?
I feel the government is doing a better job because we are the one clamoring for good governance.
Excellent, yeah.
And the more, because Lagos is a land full of water.
It is, I agree.
Many people have built houses on campy areas where there should be water. The canal should be flowing. So
yes.
I feel the
I
government
saw. I don't know if you saw the video of the recent demolition at Oral View Estate, where people built houses on canals.
Yeah.
It was a clear case of violating the building laws.
Yes.
I mean, that's why any single rain in Lekki, everywhere is flooded. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling, Taye. Please stay tuned to the show. You have a voucher from us. Just call us. The number to call for the voucher after the show is 080-2735-1727. So, Antonia, please take that number one more time. 080-2735-1727. That's the number to call for your voucher after the show. We're still talking about the incessant demolitions going on around Lagos. What do you think about it? And how do you think that the government should have approached it better? Let's take this call again. Yes, morning, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. I think we lost that.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, morning, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Morning, my name is Auri.
Yes, please.
I'm calling from Ogun State.
Ogun State.
Good morning, Mr. Ari from Ogun State.
So, what's your take on this issue?
My take is that the demolition.
Mr. Ari from Ogun State, could you turn down the volume of your radio set?
Okay. The demolition of Ola of Lagos, right?
Yes, Ola of Lagos, yeah.
It's been properly explained to us that a man built in swamp area, and the swamp is supposed to absorb water.
No, what Ola of Lagos did was Ola of Lagos built a car lot under a high tension power line. So I saw a letter that was served by a section of the Lagos State government. Under the power line, no structure should have been built there. It's just supposed to be you can park there. You can, but no physical structures. And so no high tension for safety reasons. So he violated that rule, and that's why his car lot was demolished. And I think I've also read the comments from him too. So, but go ahead, please.
Okay, but I've seen that rule being applied in Delta State. A certain former commissioner built under the high tension, and he was relocated. The house was demolished, but he was relocated. Yeah, but then the building in a place where there's swamp without approval. Yes,
it's also very legal. It's also contravenes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Can actually escalate the flooding of Lagos.
Those
ones built in Festac on the pretext that they don't have permission from Lagos State government. I think the proper thing to have done in that situation is to find those people, not demolish the building.
Not demolish. I totally agree with you.
And the action the people are taking as well, instead of going to the newspaper and this to make, they should challenge the Lagos State government in court.
I strongly agree with you.
Legal opinion of what they are doing, not just go and start talking in Facebook,
press,
television.
I strongly agree with you. Thank you.
Make a habit of challenging the government when they do things.
Thank you. That's the number way to do things. Thank you so much. You have also won the voucher from us. Thank you. Please call us after the show. So we have another call, but before we take that call, I'd like to also say I saw something online just a few minutes ago, and I think it's very important that we bring it to the audience. To our audience to also understand.
Yeah.
Just this morning, the Lagos State government commenced a full enforcement against all land reclamation projects without environmental impact assessment approvals. Just this morning. The Lagos State government on Tuesday announced that full enforcement actions on all land reclamation projects without EIA approval and drainage clearances across the state would commence on Wednesday. This was disclosed in a public notice signed by Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab, who added that commencement followed the expiration of the 7-day ultimatum given by the state government. So
I think we even mentioned this during one of the other episodes.
Yes.
As part of the news headlines. That there was going to be, that there was a notice on the demolition.
Enforcement that will happen for people who have built without doing proper EIA approval. Because for you to build any property, you have to factor in where are you going to position your drainages. Is this going to affect those living around you?
Yeah.
Is it going to affect your neighbors? So is it going to have any negative impact on the environment?
Yes, and I think several times Lagos State, the government has also reached out to seek for cooperation on flood measures. That is, has called for attention of residents to help or to participate in and cooperate in the enforcement, because most of these laws, most of these policies that are being put in are to protect us. Because I know we had the whole flood thing some weeks back. In fact, some places are still trying to are still waiting for the water flood to go down. Yes, to
we have two
out.
calls. Let's pick one of the calls and see. Yes, morning, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello, good morning. My name is Mr. Tony, calling from Okota.
Okota,
hello,
thank you
Mr.
for calling,
Tony.
Mr. Tony.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the two places. The one for Ola Lagos. Mostly those high tensions are given to mechanics.
Temporary, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I don't know if it's legal, if it's in Lagos law, but it's given to mechanics because they know they don't build
permanent structures.
Yeah. It's always for them. So most times we have an issue somewhere around that lake or where they gave to them, and they sold most of those lands to spare parts dealers.
Yeah. I agree with you. In fact, I have before me the letter that was given to the actual occupier of that land, because a lot of Lagos subletted from somebody else. So the actual letter was saying that the parcel of land is to be used as automobile workshop.
Exactly.
And no structure is to be set made up by bricks is allowed on this structure. I have the letter before me. So I mean you're totally correct. You're totally correct. So
Mr. Tony,
now that is it. I don't know if you saw it in on the dailies yesterday or on blogs.
Yes.
The one in Fosnac, Lagos State is denying that they did not demolish the one that happened recently, 6th Avenue. I don't know about.
I saw that one too, and I saw even Emmanuel Emunike was also he also made a comment about it.
Can an individual go there with caterpillar and destroy it? It's not possible now.
So it has to be in cooperation with the local government in that area.
Yes, so how would Lagos State government come out and say that they did not destroy it? I believe maybe people have been crying so much, just destroyed Trade Fair and you're coming to Festac. Now let's go to the one of Trade Fair. You would have just sealed the building. You don't break with the hardship.
You'll have just, excellent, you have just sealed it and let them come and regularize, right?
Yeah.
The cost of rebuilding and the cost of regularizing is too much. It's just like committing a crime when they like tinted permits. How much is tinted? I mean, you're telling me to go and bring 200,000.
You now crush the car. When the person can easily go and do the permit and come and pick up his car.
I will even use razor and destroy the tinted and remove it. How would you not crush my car?
I strongly agree. Just continue to listen to us, sir. I strongly agree with you. I think that the way we go about our enforcement in this part of the world is very destructive, and people lose millions of investments because we want to enforce. I think some enforcement should not be bringing down the property totally. I mean, demolition property.
Be certain
you can seal it up and let the person come and regularize or perfect all his documents before you allow the person to have access to.
Mr. Tony and Mr. Ari have said the same thing, that permits would have fines would have been best as opposed to going all the way and demolishing the properties.
I think we're having a lot of jammed calls, but let's take one of these. Yes, morning, please. Please tell us what your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning.
I think we lost that.
We have another call.
Morning, please.
Hello, good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Buchi.
Okay, please.
Buchi.
Yeah, thank you for calling, Mr. Buchi.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from, Mr. Buchi?
I'm calling from Ajegunle.
Okay.
All right, please. Let's have a conversation.
Okay, now, if you check the demolition process, you get to see that it's very unnecessary. We are the government when this
God bless you, sir. God bless you. And that's always my question on this show. Where was the government?
Because you will tell me that
we'll dive into that conversation after Mr. Buchi.
You will tell me that they didn't have any ideas when this building had been erected. At least you will get to know from the first floor, second floor. This is just a total waste.
Individual investments and all.
Yes, and no sensitive government should behave in that manner. How could you go ahead to demolish a structure that has completed due date?
Like some buildings are worth billions in that trade fair.
Sensitivity
billions, not even billions. Billions.
I think that word that Mr. Buchi has used is very sensitive.
Now listen to me. You see, we have this level of insensitive government that kind of invests more on roads than investing in the life of each citizen. You see, people are suffering more. How can you went and demolish such a huge structure that costs billions?
Billions.
Eh?
It's sad. It's
Hard
very
end.
sad.
It's sad. It's
And I
really
know
sad.
that I know that appropriate authorities with Lagos State government, even at the federal level, are listening to this show, and we're
Exactly.
saying that that's not the way to go if you want to enforce.
Yeah, it's never.
Enforcement
it's never
is
the
not
way.
about destroying.
Yeah, it's never the way. That shows
It's
some
not
level
about
of
demolition.
incompetence.
If you keep demolishing
Yes.
properties, we are talking about deficits.
It actually
We are
affects
rendering
the
people
value
homeless.
of
People are
property.
homeless.
It actually
Yeah.
indirectly affects the value of property.
And
in the sense that
my worry to
people
that extent is
investing
the
in
image we are
properties-
giving ourselves to
Exactly.
investors.
Exactly, because people
Yes.
investing in properties will be more wary. Like, oh,
Yes.
if this happens, so at the drop of a hat.
Thank you very much. Point taken.
Yes.
Please, you won a voucher. Okay,
Thank
you
you
still want to
so
say
much.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take some more calls. Yeah. Hello, Money. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning. My name is John from Satellite Town, Lagos.
Okay,
Hello,
please.
Mr. John from Satellite Town.
Yeah, Money. Please
Let's
tell us
listen
how do you
to
want to
you.
contribute.
We're listening to you.
I just want to say that this demolition, the whole demolition issue is absurd.
Very.
It's affecting a lot of people in trade fair complex. Like my uncle's plaza was demolished, and
Wow. So,
as well as
so sorry to hear that.
so many other people. So I just want to say that I don't want to use some certain words,
Don't
but
worry. That's why we're on the show. That's why we're trying to address this issue so that the appropriate
And then
authorities
so that we can also
listen
hear everybody's
to the
opinion.
cry of the people. People
Exactly.
are angry.
Exactly.
People are hungry. People are angry. People are. I don't. So
And
I don't
people-
know how. If we're not careful, the way we're going about demolishing these properties, it might trigger a lot of reactions that that will not be palatable. So we expect that the government should be more matured and bring up better strategies for enforcement. The demolitions that have happened in Lagos State in the past 2-3 weeks, I'm wondering, so what is left of Lagos State? We've done Yanowuru, we have done Oral View, we've done Ikota, we've done First Stack, we are doing Trade Fair. We are seeing another news coming up that they want to start enforcing. So where was the government when all these properties were being built? So sometimes when we get on this kind of topics and we get very emotional, it's because we are talking about people's investments. A lot of people in Alaba, trade fair market, they do these things on loans. They build these properties from bank loans. They've not finished paying bank loan. They've demolished the property that's supposed to be an income generating property investment. So what's the fate of? There was a certain man in Yanowuru that was lamenting on one of the platforms that is 74 years old. His house was demolished. Where is he going to start from? At 74 years, he has retired. So do we even put any human face to these things? So until people start, many people are right now still hospitalized due to high blood pressure, due to the shock from these demolitions here and there. So where was the government? Somebody who built a shopping plaza that will take like 1 year, 2 years. You let him finish and you will now come and demolish because you want to show that you are the government. So I feel that there's so much that is wrong. And I also think that the government, particularly the governor of Lagos State, needs to be more careful, and you need to have a right thinking people around you, people that can advise you rightly. You want to demolish, nobody's stopping you from doing your job as a governor. We want to have Lagos, we want this country to work. We want Lagos State to work, but it's not by demolition, it's not by destroying what we have built already. There are better ways of enforcement that should have been done than demolition. So I think that a lot of times, even when these demolitions are being done, people don't get the right compensation, and that's always another big problem. So let's take more calls. Yes, please. Money, please, and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello. This is still John. I think there was a jam in the network.
Yes, please.
I don't know what happened.
We are listening to you,
I
John
just
from
want
Satellite
to-
Town.
Sorry?
Yes,
We are
go ahead.
listening
Go
to
ahead,
you.
John.
Go ahead.
Because we have to go on a break
I
soon.
just want to conclude by asking that, is there any compensation for the affected people, like the affected people that their houses and shops and plazas?
Yes, so I'm going to respond to that now. Just continue to listen to the show. I'll give you that response now. But don't forget that you are part of our lucky winners today who have won our voucher. Please, for all the callers we've had on the show today, please take this number 080-2735-1727. 080-2735-1727. That's the number to call. That's the number to call for your vouchers after the show. So I'd like us to go on this very quick break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Thank you.
Welcome back to Real Estate Matters. I am King Ray Router. Still on news, real estate related news. Governor Sanwo-Olu says proposed Lagos tenancy bill will protect landlords and tenants. I know that during one of our so that's what I was saying. I know that during one of our sessions we had mentioned the fact that a lot of the bills that are being put out seem to protect only tenants and they don't cover landlords.
And which landlord are they protecting now that they're demolishing their houses?
The governor of Lagos State has said.
Can we be realistic, please?
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State says the proposed Lagos tenancy bill aims to balance landlord-tenant interests and resolve housing disputes. While the bill is currently at the State House of Assembly, the governor said the bill was designed to protect tenants and landlords alike.
Okay, let's
promote
see how far that
a fair,
will go.
transparent rental system across the state. So, at the end of the day, I think a lot of us, yes, with the whole demolition thing, that one is on one end going, but we also need to put into consideration the fact that the governor of the state is also trying to put.
Do you know that people abroad now are skeptical of bringing their investment to this country?
Yes,
with all these demolitions they are seeing all over the internet.
Drastic.
Investors are not, they are losing interest in investing in this country with all these demolitions all over the internet. How do you give them confidence that you will not come and demolish your investment after a while?
Yeah, and that's what takes us back to data.
Yeah.
AFRES, that is the African Real Estate Society.
Yeah.
They warned about the inadequate and fragmented data remains, a major obstacle in housing, financing, property structure, sustainable growth, and all of that. And I feel like this drives us back to data because by the time there's more data involved, right? Because the issue with news headlines and crises like these demolitions happening is that it creates a sense of everything is chaos is happening.
Yes,
everywhere.
that's
but
what it does.
Good news also. There are good things that are being put in place in Lagos State, in Nigeria, that also help protect investments for diasporans and Nigerians alike.
Let's take this call. Yes, please. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Eman.
All right, please. Thank you. All right, please.
From where?
From Abaroje Kotu.
All right, please. All right, thank you. Please, let's have your contribution.
Please, you're talking about demolition, government demolition.
Demolitions going on everywhere. Festac, trade fair markets, Festac everywhere.
Onus, yes, you as a journalist there.
Yes, please.
It's the onus on you to educate the people.
Yes, please.
To educate the people. There is no emotion or sentiments about these things.
Yes.
Government principle and government policy is quite clear. Even before you were born.
Yes.
Any land, any government land that is being occupied illegally, the outright is demolition. Is demolition. And whatever you put a building there, whether it's a multi-meter, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars, is demolition.
So are you in support that? Are you in support that the government should allow them develop?
That is what I'm. You calm down.
And come back and demolish.
You have all the time to talk on radio. I only have 2 minutes to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
My own is to tell you that you should educate the people that to stay away from government land. Whether it's anywhere that is designated as government land, you before you buy your land, go and investigate properly.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
I serve the Ministry of Lands and Service. You go and investigate properly, and then you buy. There's a place now in this Abaroje now that is even designated as a government are designated as a market.
Yes.
But people are going there now buying, but they are bidding there now. In 50 years, 20 years time, when government is ready to recover its land,
to follow through with their master plan, yes.
Yes, so people just cry, why is this, and no. Stay away.
Okay, how about, let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question. How about the shopping complexes that was demolished around the trade fair markets? Were they also built on government land, or was it because they didn't get approvals?
Good. That is what we are saying. Before you get your approvals and everything, then if government demolish your land in error, then the government will pay you compensation. You have the right. If government demolish your land in error, government will pay you everything. Government will pay everything.
All right, thank you so much.
Government is personal data. Personal data by somebody, that is it. But if the government demolish your land in error, they pay compensation. But stay away from government land.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're also part of our lucky winner as well as one on our voucher. Please call this number after the show for your 5,000 naira voucher, 080 2735-1727. That's the number to call for your voucher after the show.
You know, one of the things that you get to see from Mr. Emmanuel's call is that not everybody is antagonizing the demolition of some of these properties.
Yes.
Some people feel like, okay, what is the reason? What was put in place?
Yes.
What notifications were given to these people on this property?
Yes.
Did they do their due diligence? And see, as a real estate, as a realtor, I always advise my clients, buyer, seller, do your due diligence.
Yes.
You cannot overemphasize. Sometimes it might not even be about it being government owned, federal owned, Lagos owned. Sometimes there's some legal issue on it, and just you skimming through that path.
Do you know one time? Do you know one time I had a client?
Even more complicated.
Do you know one time? Let me share this very short story. I had a client who flew in from the UK to come buy a property somewhere around Osaka. I don't want to mention the estate's name.
Yeah.
So he had done all the negotiations. He just came to Nigeria to pay. And somebody said, don't pay, do your due diligence before you pay. Don't assume that you know the seller, And this property was about 300 million. So somebody gave the man my number, and I did a due diligence. And I told the man, I gave him a report, don't buy that property. This property was currently under litigation with one of the asset management companies, the Amcon. Yes. And this man was like, you know what? The man he was rolling on the floor, praising me. That thank God that he did not pay. Imagine if that man had paid.
Yeah, and then you find yourself
and he could not even move into the estate,
and he was and all of that.
So it's just so much about due diligence that we cannot overemphasize. Let's take this call. Yes, please. Morning, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yes, please.
Please turn down your radio set, the volume of your radio set.
Sir, please, I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, please. What's your name, please?
My name is Favor.
All right, please. How do you want to contribute?
About this thing, you feel like what last time I said.
Favor, please turn off your radio. Turn off your radio so we can have a smooth conversation.
Before someone can go to a land,
yes, please.
You have to ask questions first. Like in our tribe now, like in our side now, if you want to buy any land in the side, you have to ask questions.
Yeah, that's due diligence.
Due diligence.
You have to go to that land, because if you don't ask questions, maybe later.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I mean,
you are correct.
We got your point. It's still talking about due diligence. Yeah.
Yes.
Asking.
Ask
So
questions.
due diligence
It's not
is
just
about asking
seeing
questions.
It's about asking questions. Not just about seeing the documents.
So Ola of Lagos knew what he went into before he built that structure. He knew the consequences. So he was already expecting it, and one day government would demolish what I have built. So that's why when I saw his comments, he was not really hungry. He expected it. Yes. Let's go back to the call, please. Yes, morning, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, this is Ben from Surulere.
All right, please. Thank you, Mr. Ben.
On the conversation.
All right, please.
I observed that Mr. Emmanuel made a point, and I just felt I should
yes, please. Thank you. Yes, go ahead, please.
So I understand that yes, people should do their diligence before they embark on the property purchase.
Yes.
But you can't really get everything right, especially in the case where, like the federal government land around Festac. Those people got the permit actually, but they got it from the federal government.
Yes.
That alone should tell that, okay, they may have felt at that time, that they were getting it from the right source. So
yes.
What the state government would have done is to make them regularize the permit. As long as it's not in contradicting whatever plan or contradicting whatever plan they have as a state. It's a federal government land. So they got a permit for it.
Yes.
So probably they don't know that someday the state will come and still require a permit from them. So you demolition as a way of correcting doesn't solve the problem.
You are talking about the one at Trade Fair, right?
Yes.
Trade Fair.
I understand the part of the power lines or Lekki. That one is understandable.
Yeah.
Very understandable, yes.
Who got a permit from federal government? The demolition is not the right way to go for a state government.
Yes, because thank you. So thank you so much, Mr. Thank you so much. And I think just listen to the show. So please, thank you so much for calling. You've also won our voucher for today. So let me now tell you. Do you know in trade fair market there's something they call Trade Fair Management Board, which is like an agency of the federal government.
Yes.
Once you get an approval from the Trade Fair Management Board, it's more like you've gotten the federal government approval to go ahead and build. Yes, the Lagos State government is saying, Oga, this is our state. You must still get approvals from us too. Yes. So if the Lagos State government have seen that these people got federal government approval, why not confirm their? Is it not the same government, state and federal? I don't understand. Is federal not even more superior than states? Federal is even more. I mean, that's my opinion. Federal is even more superior than state. So why not just say, let's see your documentations at the federal level, and let's reconcile or update our own records. I don't know. There should be like a synergy between this. So it shouldn't be like a rivalry or like as if the state and the federal government are loggerheads. I don't understand. It's not the same country.
Well, okay. So in this situation now, most of the callers that have said fining would have been best. Demolition was too drastic.
Fining was not done because let's assume that fining wasn't done. They have a federal government. So are you totally saying that the federal government approval was null and void?
Now, in this situation now, as this has happened,
yes,
right? People have now come. They are now going to come together, as I think it was Mr. Ari from Ogun said.
Yes, please.
They should take it to court.
Yes.
And then when it is now taken to
court. But how do you go to court when the property has been demolished?
See, it can be taken to court both within the state and federal level, because in this situation they have it clearly stated that they have permits from the federal level.
Yes.
So it should be taken to court that this has happened. This is our investment. This is what was lost.
So what should have happened at that point was seal up the property.
Yes, but now we've passed.
Then let's go to court. But now it has been demolished. So what are you fighting over? What are you fighting in court for?
No, they can take it to court for compensations. Where they can be compensated, new properties or a new location can be assigned to them. The state
compensation at what level of compensation? Have you ever seen a place where government adequately compensate anybody for anything?
Look, at the end of the day.
So let's face the facts.
Let them escalate the issue and say, look, we had permits for this, and then take it to the federal level, and then it can then be a case of this is what we had from federal. Let federal then back them up that this location, these people had proper approval to set up this building and to run their business in this building, and then it can then certain laws and then whatever can then be put in place and say, this is your compensation. Even if it's today the government, state government is going to help them erect or give them certain, there will always be I'm sure there's a way that we can navigate this issue.
And my own worry is the popular trend where houses are being demolished and you see affected persons. For people who genuinely violated the building laws.
Yes.
The next thing they're bringing out their phone to say, my house is being demolished. My house is.
For the ones that's where they will get called out now, because that's the beauty about the times that we are in.
Yes.
Information is
everybody's bring out their phone and start.
Information is as much as they can bring out their phone and start documenting the situation.
Yes.
Other people can also follow up and say, this is what truly happened in this location.
Yes, well, now let's go back to the root cause of this problem. The root cause of the problems why people don't like to get to get certifications or documentations or approvals is because our steps and processes of getting approvals or title registration in this country is tedious.
Sorry, hold on.
Let me know. I'm not saying that's an excuse.
Exactly.
But it is tedious. Like an excuse. Let me tell you.
Because to get a doctorate takes lots of years. I'm not going to now decide let me tell you. To
get a building, let me tell you, Kingray, to get a building approval in the UK for a private development.
Yes.
Takes you only 8 weeks.
We're not there yet.
Wait, I'm going somewhere.
Eventually,
to get a building approval for a multiple estate in the UK takes you 13 weeks. Please, can you tell me how long it takes to get a building approval in Lagos State? Can you just give me a rough idea?
Real estate doctor.
Brain now, give me
investing up to 50 million naira in a property, and you are saying that it's too stressful to get it documented.
Let me tell you. If you ask anybody,
so you have to be committed to what you need to do.
If you ask anybody working in the LAPSCA office, Lagos State Building Control Agency, or the LASPA, Lagos State Planning Authority, whatever, ask them, please, how long does it take me to get a building approval? They won't give any dates.
I'm not disputing.
They won't give you a definite date. They'll just tell you tentatively, roughly. Give me a date. Right? As this is not streamlined. And that's because we have genuinely made this thing very difficult ourselves. If the government is ready to make this thing easy, they would do it. We have the resources. Just what I'm saying, we have the resources, we have the manpower, we have all it takes. It is our country, it is our state. We can decide how we want to run things.
Yes.
We are not doing building approval as if it's gotten from America or the approval is coming from overseas.
Yes.
We have a governor, that's how we put it there. We have a president, we have a commissioners, we have PAMSEC.
Yes.
Make this very easy. Let people get building approvals in 1 month, in 2 months. What is the big deal there?
Even in 24 hours.
Somebody wanted to buy a property from me last week. He wanted to go to Alausa to confirm if property was genuine or not. Till today, he has not confirmed. The server is down. There's no internet. There's no light. What is wrong with us in this country? There's no light. Their link is down. There's no internet. There's no generator in Alausa. I said, what is the meaning of all in this 2025? And we are saying we want people to follow due process. Please, let's be serious in this country. Please.
Real estate doctor.
What are we talking about?
I'm not saying that it's not. Nobody said it's easy. Okay.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, if you are investing money in a property,
yes,
do your due diligence. Even if it takes
due diligence when there are no available places to confirm anything, when there's no data in Alausa, there's no internet, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no light.
African Real Estate Society, they said, hello.
Hello.
Please.
Yes. Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Trade Fair.
All right, thank you. Very good that you are one of the people in Trade Fair. Please tell us how were you affected?
Please tell us your name, sir. We didn't get your name.
My name is Chibuzo.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Chibuzo. Yes,
yeah,
share
you know, this plaza, they said it's closer to Canal, but there are some that are more closer. They didn't touch those ones.
Are you serious?
You see?
I'm telling you. And there's one they jump for the touch. There was one of the plazas that one of my brothers has. And they touched that one. They just touched on the jump some. So I was surprised. It's painful somehow.
So
that means that there are some plazas within the complex that did not get
some and demolished some.
And is there a reason why? Was there anything explained as to why there's there's a difference?
Saying that the thing is too close to Canal. I don't understand. The thing is just
So my problem is, where was the government when all these plazas were being built? So they didn't see that somebody is building close to the canal.
Mr. Chibuzo, do you know any of those plazas that were demolished? Do you know what permits they had? Do you know if they had their permits to build?
Do they have federal government permit approvals to build?
Yes, they have now. They have. But you can't just go and be there. You can't go approve and pay. And the plaza money is who's some of money they're talking about? More than 10 million. Very big money.
Wow. Anyways, that's why we're bringing up conversations like this to front burner of our discussion. Just continue to listen, please. You also want a voucher? Call us after the show. I'll call the number. That's why we're also saying that 2 wrongs don't make it right. Do you understand what I'm saying? 2 wrongs don't make it. Okay, these people have.
But this is a new revelation for some people that are listening. That within the complex, some properties
were exempted.
Some were exempted.
That's how we got here as the country.
Now, that some people are saying, they built close to the canal. Yeah. Although we know that sometimes
it is who you know. So let me see. Let's
not jump into it. It's not disclosed that.
I don't know why you like to mince words. I don't know why you like.
That information was not disclosed.
Wait.
He only said that.
Let me tell you, I was born in this Lagos state. I was born in the heart of Lagos. I was born in Ikeja, in the heart of Lagos state. And I tell you that I've lived all my life in this Lagos state.
I have lived all my life in Lagos state.
And let me now tell you, we have seen different instances. We've seen cases. We've seen things. I've been in this industry for 18 years.
Just because you've experienced one reality does not mean that applies to this situation.
We're not saying that.
Mr. Chibuzo did not say anybody had
wait. But this is somebody who is in Trade Fair.
Yes, but he didn't say that.
Even those that are close to the canal, some were exempted. Were you not listening to this one?
But we cannot jump to that conclusion now. He did not say, it's because they knew someone.
Anyways, I just hope that anything we do in this life, we put empathy to it and sympathy and human face.
True.
We are not saying that people should now use that as an excuse to violate any building laws. We are not saying that, because all of us will now be affected when we've seen cases of flood. We've seen all the adverse effects. Yes. But we're saying that let us put human face to these things. people, these things can
let the government
people
be
can
more
die
sensitive.
suddenly because of all
Let
these
the government
things.
be more
I'm
sensitive.
not even joking.
Be
Some
more
people
sensitive
can develop
on the
stroke
lives
because
involved.
these are people who have not.
Yes.
Some people started their trading career from trade fair market from when they came from their
one
village to
small
Lagos,
shop to owning
before
the plazas
they were able
and
to
all
build
of
an
that.
empire, and suddenly the empire comes down just in one day. Let's take this call, please. Yes, please. Hello. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my name is Favor. I'm calling from Sangotedo Magic.
All right. Were you also affected by any demolition?
Not me, but some close friends and
all right,
family.
please. So tell us your take
on
that.
The people are getting compensation for the whole demolition is going on because many residents are forced to leave their homes without any alternative housing, leading to increase of homelessness and strain on families.
Okay. Thank you very much, Favor.
You're also one of our lucky winners. Please call us on the show on this number after the show 08027351727 for your 5,000 naira voucher.
So regards to the question, right? Yes. As mentioned earlier, I think one of the callers had also mentioned it. I think Mr. Emmanuel from Ikoton, that yes, if you are breaking the law, right? If where you built, if there's a break, an issue with where you have built, there's no compensation, unfortunately. Yes. If, like with the trade fair situation, where some people are saying, oh, there's federal permits and state permits, that can now be escalated and taken to court. So there might be in the future some sort of compensation, right? And then if the demolition is based on new plans and new policies that are being put in place, yes, I think there's some sort of if the property are being moved, they are reassigned some locations. So there might be some sort of compensation. So it has to be the reason behind the demolition. Let me also say this for clarity. Mm-hmm.
Even if your property has a C of O,
yes,
you have building approval,
yes,
you have EIA approval, you have layout approval. If the government needs it for overriding public interest, they can recover it.
Yes, and you'll be compensated.
And you'll be compensated.
Yes.
So it's not all the time when we see government demolition, we feel that everybody has violated any rule. No, sometimes government just needs it genuinely to do a public project that will benefit everybody, and they'll compensate you, and so you can get something else elsewhere. We have several calls, but let me also say that the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu should understand that everybody wants to do the right thing. But if the processes are not straightforward, if you have to break a neck and a bank to get the approval, please, how will I be encouraged or be to say let me go and do this? Because I know that now let me tell you, if you want to build a house if you acquire a property, a land, the processes first is do your survey.
Yes.
I'm sure that you can do survey in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That one I know. Survey does not take time.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks is out. Lodge your record copy, everything. The next stage, do your drawings.
Yeah.
After doing your drawings, submit them for approval at the Lagos State planning authorities. That one is that's where you start. That's where the wait starts. Endless wait. Like you don't even know when you're going to get the approval.
I mean, but people still get
people still get it. But how many percentage of people get it? In this Lagos State, we've had even the governor himself said it that fairly about 15% or 20% properties in this Lagos State are registered.
And so you know that
what that's telling you is that
is also making
they know that there's a problem.
Yes, and they are
and what effort are they making to resolve it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How many C of O's does the governor signs in a year? You should come and tell us that record. How many governor's consent does the governor sign in a year? Come and tell us that record. The person and the palm select of Labsga, how many building approvals do you sign in a year? Let's have this data so we know if you are making progress or we are retrogressing. Last year we signed 50 building approvals. Fantastic. This year we've signed only 10. Why? So let's have this record so we know if we are making any progress. But they hold on to this data as if it's a secret. Let us have this data. Let us also know how many EIAs have you approved this year. Let's know. Oh, last year we approved about 20 estates. Excellent. Let's know how many layout approvals. Let's know so people can know that we are making a step-by-step progress. But we don't have any data. We don't know. We want to get data is a problem. If you log on to government website to get data is a problem. It will tell you it will go blank. So these are issues, and we are saying that we cannot continue to do everything the same way and expect a different result. Lagos State is seen as a pace setter. It's seen as the number one state where everybody wants to live in because of the economic viability. Let us make things right. We cannot continue to demolish. We are disgracing ourselves. Let me put it like that. Investors are laughing at us. We are demolishing houses. People are angry. People are looking, what kind of country is this? Is it only Nigeria that we have properties that people are demolishing? We are still talking about building collapse in this same Lagos state. We've had more than 6 building collapse this year in Lagos state, and we are demolishing the few ones that people are building. Let me tell you the ripple effect of that. Since 1974 till now, we've had 653 building collapse in Lagos state in the whole world. That's the highest number. So it's just so much thing to discourage developers or investors. What are we talking about? And we're saying we want this country to be viable. Our GDP has nosedived drastically. It's sad. Now we're talking about South Africa having the highest GDP. We're talking about countries like Egypt having GDP. One time in this country, Nigeria was the African country with the highest GDP. Where are we now? We're backward. So please, in fact, I think that I'm really, really pissed off. And to be very honest, I really don't want to be very emotional on this show. We have too many calls coming in. Can we take one or two? Okay, so for me, let me just reel out the phone numbers for lucky winners for today. If you had called into the show today, please, you have won a 5,000 naira voucher. Please call us on this number 08027351727. Tell us your name, because we have all the names of all the callers, and we'll send you a voucher to any account of your choice.
Before we wrap up with the show today, and our conversation, just 2 more announcements. Redan is to hold a real estate masterclass. That is the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, in collaboration with SIM and Lloyd Limited, will be hosting a certified real estate masterclass and exhibition in October. It's a 5-day training from October 27th to 31st, and it will be held in Cape Town. Okay, then PropTech Summit, which is also set to hold in October this month. The Real Estate General Authority, under the patronage of Saudi Arabia's Minister of Municipal and Rural Affairs and Housing, is hosting a summit designed to promote investment opportunities and highlight Saudi leadership in PropTech space in the Near East and also in Africa. It's set to hold from the 26th of October to the 27th of October.
All right, thank you so much. That's how far we can take on the show today, but this is my parting words. If you're not making mistakes, it means you're not making anything. Thank you. Stay blessed.